Hi everyone. This is a presentation or demonstration of how to use the Remo platform for all of our online networking and Q&A and panel activities. So for the panels and Q&As, you would have received an email invitation to you would have received a email invitation to register on Remo. So make sure you do that before you join this platform. And you can, on the day of the event, you can also click on this structure on the main page for the Film Village. It's a round stone structure, and that will direct you to this activity center. So once you're on the page for the activity center, you click Join Event, and then you allow microphone and camera, allow everything, and proceed. And then at this point, you just skip to join event. And once you're in the actual, sorry, let me just. I'm trying to make this. Sorry, I'm making this page a little smaller so everyone can see. Okay, that's better. So once you're on the page, you will see this floor plan. Please note that when you're after you join this activity center, make sure on the left-hand side that you are on the first floor here. There are 10 floors available, but we are only utilizing the first floor. So if you're not on the first floor, you double click on the floor to go to that first floor. And so you can see my profile here at this table. So essentially this is a floor allowing different tables to network amongst themselves. So you can only be at one table at a time, and you can chat with the people at your table. So if you turn on the camera button on the bottom of the bar on your page, your video will pop up. And if there are other people at the same table as you are, and they turn on their camera, you will be able to see their screens next to you, and people can have a video conversation as they would in Zoom or other um, video conferencing softwares. So when you will be randomly assigned to one of the tables when you first log in, and then for speakers and panel guests, we ask everyone to be at this table where I am at, with a blue bar and a lock symbol, and this is on the top row in the middle, in the center of the row. And so if you don't start off in this table at this table, what you do is you hover your mouse over one of the red seats and double click, and you will be able to join that table. So for example, if I want to go to table 7 right here, I hover my mouse over one of the red seats and I double click, and now I have moved table to here. And so just keep in mind that at any time you can only talk to people at your table. No one else at other tables will be able to see you. And think of them as each table as a Zoom breakout room. Another feature that you can use is the chat feature. So on the bottom, click on chat. There are a couple of different ways you can chat with people. For general chat, this is everyone in the activity center, so including speakers, people at your table, audience members, everybody. And then you can also talk to people at your table, at the table that you're at the present time. And so that's for table chat. You can also talk to any single person who's registered on the system. So if you need to find a staff member, you can search their name and talk to them. So now I'm going to return to this locked table. So I go back to this blue bar locked table. This is a table where we want all the speakers and panelists to be so that our staff can go over any technical last minute technical kind of instructions, do any tech checks, and we ask that you try to log in maybe 20 to 30 minutes before the start time of your Q&A or panel. And so from here, when we go to the actual Q&A and panel, what happens is that our staff will click on this presentation button, which speakers don't have, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So once we go into the presentation mode, we will essentially have a stage that looks like this. This stage will pause all the individual table conversations, so no one can continue talking at their table and watch this. This will overtake the entire web page. And so right now you see only my window up there because my camera is on. All the speakers, if you turn on your camera, you will join me on this virtual stage. So your video will pop up next to mine, and etc. If we have more people, if by default your camera is off when we start the presentation mode. So listen to our staff instructions. You will hear them. We'll say, speakers, please turn on your camera and join us on stage. So you just turn on the camera on the bottom bar and audio if needed, and then you will appear up here. So during this panel, the audience members can see all the speakers and the host and whoever's camera is turned on, but the audience will not be able to see themselves, so we will not see them, will not hear them. And if the audience members have questions, there are a couple ways they can give us the questions. They can post their questions in this chat room feature. They can post their questions in Q&A, and our host will read out the questions and ask your answers, and you can answer everything, and the audience will be able to see that. We may also allow the audience to join us on stage and ask a question through video, but again, you don't have to worry about that. Our staff will handle all the technical kind of steps on their end. And so this is essentially what it will look like when we have the actual panel. And when it is over, our staff will turn off the presentation mode and we'll go back to the floor where people can continue to do networking. So again, just remember to get to a table, you double click on the seat. If a table is completely full, for example, this table 2 has 6 open seats. If all of them are filled, that means this table is full and you cannot join. You just have to wait and join later or hop over to another table. And if you have any technical issues on the day of, feel free to chat us here, chat the staff members here. If you have our WeChat or phone number, you can reach our staff that way, and we'll, help guide you through the necessary steps to get to the right point.